Get up, you can get down. Thank you. State your name and what you want to tell us.
I'll go first. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon. My name is Kearstin Meadows, and I'm an educator. I actually taught social studies in St. Tammany Parish last year. Yep. I was in the classroom. We followed all the instructions. We wore the masks. Children were 6 feet apart. I cleaned between classes. That was 8 times a day. 8 times a day. Clean the desks and the classroom. We followed all the protocols, but guess what? Students got sick. So they quarantined. Some of them quarantined for almost 2 months. Over and over again. Did it stop people getting sick? No. Did teachers have to quarantine? Yeah. A lot of them. Some reason I didn't. But they still got sick. So I asked the children, I said, how many of you got sick from the flu the year previous? Hands went up. Funny thing is, none of the children that were in our school went to the hospital. At least not for COVID. More than one student in my classroom was admitted to the hospital, but not for COVID. They were admitted for psychological problems dealing with COVID. The stress, the strain, the depression, the fear that has gone into these children. They were quarantined so many times and forced to go into watching their classes online. They fell behind. They couldn't keep up with their studies. That added more stress. They couldn't see their friends because they were behind a mask. Now, I've had many times where students would come to me in tears because they were trying to understand what the teacher said before them, but the teacher was wearing a mask, so they couldn't understand what was being said. Instead, the teacher would say, I already explained this to you. Is that helpful? These are kids. So I've heard a lot earlier today about how we're all doing the very best we can for our students. That we're all doing the very best for our children. Is that so? So they need to wear a mask. Are we going to start sitting over the children, especially the young ones, and asking them, you have to eat your broccoli before you eat your chicken nuggets that we've served you? Where does that end? Now, I may not have mentioned also that I am also a lawyer. So I understand a lot about the law, which was very helpful when I'm teaching the Constitution. I also understand when students would ask me, wait a second, I thought that the Constitution is all about our rights. Where is our right to be able to speak freely when we're covered up in a mask? And how is it that we feel like our rights are being taken away, but yet as students we don't really get the opportunity to voice that? Why is it that when more children will die of a lightning strike than die of COVID, we have to worry about putting masks on children? Why is it that when we have a 99.6% survival rate in the whole country, that we continue with this ridiculous conversation and condescending attitude towards all of us? We have the right to make a decision. We have the right to not make a decision. But we also have the right to be able to say what is best for our children.
Thank you. I
Thank you
appreciate it.
very
Yes,
much,
ma'am. Let me get Caleb, go ahead. When she gets up, go ahead and have a seat. Yes, ma'am.